Good morning, everyone. Welcome to SSUC. Welcome to Southminster Steinhauer United Church. We hope that you feel free and welcome to be in this circle, however you need to be this morning, to pursue your journey seeking spirituality and community. No matter what your week has been like, no matter whether you've been here many times, one time, or this is your first, whether you're in person or online, we're just so glad that you're here, and we hope that you feel not just welcome, but that you feel that you belong. We gather in this place welcoming all people, all of us, all sizes, all ages, all colors, all cultures, all abilities, all genders, all sexualities, all learning styles and neurotypes, all religions or none. We're all together. We're all welcome. We all belong. So as we move into our time together today with wisdom of our experience, the wisdom of words and music, the wisdom of shared story, to simply feel love's presence deep within us. Let's come to this place with openness and find a quiet center from which we live, a center that places our values and our principles right there at the center of our heart and from where we will live. As we gather, I'll welcome Gilda to bring our land acknowledgement today as our gathering companion. Thank you, Gilda.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I think I got my marbles today. As we gather, we pause to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, land that was and still is home to the First Nations with whom Treaty 6 was signed, and that we respect the history, spirituality, and culture of our First Nations brothers and sisters with whom we share this land. We also acknowledge our responsibility to continue to promote mutual respect, peace, and friendship with the Treaty 6 First Nations peoples, and to further our understanding and participation in the reconciliation process.
We light our candle on this weekend of remembrance. We honor all that this day means in music and words this morning. And we commit this at this time to remembering and offering our gratitude in this short prayer. And while we celebrate that and honor that, these pictures, courtesy of Catherine. We commit to remembering and offering gratitude for those who seek justice and resist evil always. For those who oppose the use of violence and for those with the strength of conviction to protect those in danger. May we pray this morning for those who walk with others in need of strength, for those who protest, for those who organize and act for change, for those who give sacrificially even their own safety and their very lives on behalf of others, for those who speak the unpopular truth, who protect the marginalized, and who choose the unpopular path of peace. We pray for those who do not let their desire for peace hinder the requirements of justice, and for those who do not let their zeal for justice override the call for peace. And we pray today for those who make policy and decisions on behalf of us all, who require wisdom, cool heads, and strong hearts. May our commitment to peace and love call us always to be a light, to seek the good of all in a world where all are one. It's our time for all ages, and I want to welcome anyone who wants to come to the carpet to come, and you don't have to stand that close to me or sit that close to me because I've got this cold thing going on. So I'll just sit way back here. Hey, it's like old times. Here, you're coming. Awesome. A very short but a very great story today called Good People Everywhere. It's by illustrated by Christina Swarmer, written by Linnea Gillen. Today in neighborhoods all over the world, millions and millions of people are doing very good things. Today, carpenters are building fences and houses and repairing homes that have been damaged by storms. Today, parents are cooking dinners for their families and cooks are working in kitchens, making meals for people who don't have homes. Doctors and midwives are delivering babies and gently passing them into the eager arms of their parents. Teachers are teaching math, spelling, and reading skills. Musicians are opening their hearts and playing beautiful music. And dancers are leaping across dance floors, practicing performances that will bring joy to their friends, their families, and their communities. Today, people are planting seeds, pickling fruits. Nope, they're picking fruits. I wouldn't want to pickle the fruits. That's true. True. They're picking fruits and vegetables. I'm easily distracted here, thinking about the fruits I would want to pickle. And driving them to grocery stores all around the world so you can have a ripe, juicy orange in your lunch. Today, I skipped that one. Today, a child is trying her very best to do well on her science test. And a teenage boy is helping a young child who is sad and lonely. Today, a boy in first grade is helping a friend who has a skinned knee. And a big sister is holding her baby brother while her mother runs across the street to help a neighbor. Today, millions and millions of people will do very good things. And so will you. I wonder what you will do. Does anyone have any plans for doing some good things today? I wonder what they are. Can anyone think of a good thing they're going to do today? No? Yes? You're going to buy your friend a gift. That sounds lovely. What are you going to do?
My friend's coming for a sleepover today.
She's coming for a sleepover. How lovely. So I bet you're going to be a wonderful host and do very good things like make her feel at home and welcome. That's lovely. It's important for us to remember not just that we can do good things, but there are millions and millions of people doing good things in the world. This helps to encourage us. It's encouraging if we have a bad day, or if we hear bad news, or if we hear of bad things that are going on in the world, like fighting and wars. It's very important to know that even though there's some bad news, people are doing good things. And it's also up to us to do good things. Thanks for sharing a story. So today, like every day, you're welcome to visit Kid Spirit. You're welcome to visit the youth space downstairs. and you're welcome to stay here. Whatever you like to do today. Off you pop. And I'll open this time to those who have some things to share about the life in our community. I know there's a few things. I'll just say one thing about what's coming up in terms of marking our belonging with this community. If it's something that you would like to engage in terms of a ritual to mark the place that this place has in your life, and you've never done that before, you're welcome to do that on Sunday, the November 24th, and there's a sign-up sheet in the foyer, or you can contact us. And along with that, there's a chance to talk about what that might mean, or connected with that, or not. You're welcome to attend a 2-week course and conversation on the spirituality, identity, and values that we explore here at SSUC. A good chance to just chat and ask questions and learn a little bit together. I think there's some other things going on, and here we go. May, thank you.
Am I on? Yes, I am. Just a quick correction. In an exuberance of enthusiasm, we decided that we would advertise initially that the jukebox evening was starting at 6. We probably should have consulted our performer. So having done so, doors open at 7, and Erin will start at 7:30. So please don't come here at 6. We'll still be setting up for you. Okay.
Good morning. My name is Sherry Ann, and it's so good to see you in person. I am here on behalf of the Sacred Circle Dance community, and we will be meeting next Sunday, Sunday, November 17th, after the spiritual gathering downstairs between 12:15 and 1:15. All are welcome. No experience is necessary. If you might like a snack in between the gathering and 12:15, please bring something just to nibble, and then we'll start at 12:15. Circle dance is part of a grassroots phenomenon. It's a way to build community and relationship with Earth. We dance for expression, following choreography that might be very old folk dance or maybe newer creation, but we're not dancing for performance. It's about dancing together, focusing on a center of light, seeking together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chell, and I promise this is the last I'm going to be yapping about this, but first I just wanted to thank everybody who has donated items to help my girlfriend with her move coming up tomorrow. Y'all have been just incredibly generous, and thank you so much. But also, we are still looking for a few items like sorry, my brain is fried today. I didn't sleep last night. So we're looking for anything like extension cords or power bars, colanders or strainers, any kind of small tables, especially folding ones. If anyone happens to have any of these that they're trying to get rid of, please do let me know. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Gail Simonson, and I represent this congregation on the United Church's Northern Spirit Regional Council, which takes in Northern Alberta, and then Dawson City in BC and Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories. We had a continuation of the AGM via Zoom on October 24th, and so I just wanted to report a couple of things from that meeting to you. As usual, it opened with reports and so on. One of the reports was from our United Church archivist, who is responsible for Northern Region as well as Chinook Winds, which is Southern Alberta. and that is the upcoming 100th anniversary of the United Church, which will be next year, 2025. So many churches are already planning something for that year and that anniversary. There were two other main issues, or items of business, not issues, at the council. One was the election of 9 commissioners to General Council, which will be held next year. And I thought those of you who have been around a while would be interested to know that one of those is Monica Roseborough, who went into ministry after attending here for a few years. So we're always interested to see what Monica is doing. She's the minister up at Athabasca right now. And another was a petition. Congregations are allowed to send petitions to the councils, and the councils will vote on whether to forward the petitions to General Council. And the Pilgrim congregation here, their minister, Paul Walfel, asked that these petitions be forwarded regarding the church's attitude towards racism, and asking that the church issue an apology for their previous congregations, the founding congregations, and their involvement in slavery. Now, if you're interested at all in reading anything about the church's policies on racism, please Google United Church of Canada and racism, and you'll get lots of information on the programs that are already ongoing. Thank you.
That's what I get for wearing big earrings. Good morning. If you don't know me already, my name is Paxi, and I also go by Eliana. My pronouns are they, them, and this is the unofficial announcement that I may or may not be possibly involved as the chair of the Affirm Committee. But we haven't actually voted on that, so yeah, anyways. But the reason that it's important to get that going is because today we have the monthly Affirm brunch after the service. And I wanted, I guess in the last week of trying to catch up with what the Affirm Committee does and kind of just throwing myself in, I've learned so much about the history of this congregation and affirming trans and queer identities and families. And it's been so wonderful and such an honor. I've only been coming here for 2 months, and I'm just so elated to be part of this congregation, to have found not only family and sets of grandparents and uncles and all that wonderful thing, but home too. So anyways, all of that's to say is that when I was looking at what the Affirm Committee does, we were looking at the Affirm brunches, and I was thinking about how this whole congregation is really, whether you would identify this way or not, you're an ally to the queer community. And that is simply because you come to this congregation and it's part of this Not Church's values to do that, right? So I would like to invite everyone, maybe that's more people than we're prepared for, to attend today. We're going to hear from Rowan Morris, who organizes Trans Rights YEG, and they're going to tell us about the new anti-trans legislations that's come into the Alberta government, and we're going to talk together about how we can strengthen ourselves in community and support one another and support our queer and trans community members. So please come by. We have sloppy joes, potato salad, and lunches by donation, and we would love to see you there as our friends and our family.
In light of world events this week, election results in the US, but also ongoing conflict and violence between Israelis and Palestinians, tension around the world about the future of the world's most powerful democracy, especially when it comes to the rights of women, economics and isolationism, education, the safety and rights of the trans community, and the general state of civility, compassion, willingness to know and do the right thing. It's no wonder that I've sensed a general unease and anxiety among us. It was Wednesday this week that Venus Williams, not to be confused with Venus Williams, Venus Williams, poet and minister from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, posted this freshly written poem. Here's a piece of what she wrote. Pull yourself together. And when you see me, do not ask me, what do we do now? Do not ask me, how do we get through the next 4 years? Some of my ancestors dealt with at least 400 years of this under worse conditions. I say this, continue to do the good work. Continue to build bridges, not walls. Continue to lead with compassion. Continue the demanding work of liberation for all. Continue to dismantle broken systems, large and small. Continue to set the best example for the children. Continue to be a vessel of nourishing joy. Continue right where you are, right where you live into your days. And if you're not continuing all of the above in community, in partnership, in collaboration, what is it you have been doing? What is it you are waiting for? We in this country and in many countries have over the course of our lifetimes learned that governments do not and cannot do the work of community building. They can do a lot of things, but they cannot do that. If it's just an equitable world that we want, if it's a just and equitable world that we want, we cannot rely solely on precarious policies or politicians, laws, and protections for that equitable world, because they come and go. We must, under whatever political situation we find ourselves, build that world ourselves. We must continue the good work of building bridges, leading with compassion, demanding liberation, dismantling broken systems, setting the best example. Why? Because love demands it. And that's an individual choice for all of us. But good luck to any of us who try to do it alone. It's done with the power and support, the motivation and commitments of community. Always has been, always will. Groups of people who say, enough of that, let's try a little of this. A case study from the Jesus tradition. After Jesus' death, the disciples formed a community dedicated to living out the kind of radical way of being in the world that they learned from their teacher. I'm quoting from the writings of that early church found in the tradition of Luke and Acts, Acts chapter 2. Talking about their purpose in organizing themselves, the writer said of them, quote, "They devoted themselves to each other, committing to being together, sharing needs and assets, and providing for anyone who had need. Every day they met together, broke bread in their homes, and ate together with glad and sincere hearts. And as a result, their numbers grew daily as more people were drawn to their way of life." I'm not suggesting that communal and cooperative living is the way for everyone. We're not going to build a big place and all live together, although that sounds kind of fun. And many do find great value and meaning in creating intentional community like that. This story, though, highlights how a group of people, through their actions, not only provided for the needs of their community, but also set an example to any of love, generosity, and unity. Of how small collective efforts can significantly contribute to the common good while building supportive community. So in this time, in this month we've set aside as Engagement Month here at SSUC, we recognize that the ways we engage with each other are how we join in that long tradition of change-making, of community building, of justice seeking, of making life better. You name me a movement that wasn't at least in part spurred by people meeting in church basements and in living rooms and in halls to say, how could this be better? This is what we do. We've probably all heard the quote, "Time is your most precious gift." When you give someone your time, you're giving them a portion of your life, and you'll never get that back. That's why it's the greatest gift. If you give an object, you can go get another one. You could find one on eBay or Kijiji. You could ask someone if they've got one they don't want anymore. But with time, you can't do that. And we're all busy people, which means the gift of time is even more valuable. We've recognized that the time and energy and participation we give to our SSUC community is priceless. It means that we're building something for each other and for the world, and it means that we seek to contribute to the way our world and the world tomorrow can be. Contributing to that, engaging with that, means yes, we'll be part of our Sunday morning gatherings as often as we can, but it also means we'll participate in our outreach projects, our learning opportunities, our fun and fundraising events. We'll be there for lunches and conversations. We'll be there when things are good, and we'll be there when things are bad so that we can give and receive the support we need. We become part of helping our community be a light to others by simply giving our time to the things we're passionate about around here. The things that me and others talked about last week in terms of carrying on that over 50-year vision of what it means to be community in this place. It may be that you could give more of what makes you you. That's the hope. Not that it's just blank canvas kind of time, but that it's you giving who you are, because that's what makes it meaningful. That's the point of community. We pool what we have. There's so many ways that we're different than a first century Christian community, but there's so many ways that we're similar too, that we pool what we have. We look after ourselves and we look after others, and then amazing things happen. Maybe you sing. Maybe you keep and want to help keep this place clean and neat and tidy. Or maybe you're excellent at providing hospitality. Or you do something amazing with your hands. Or maybe you love creating a mood and decorating spaces. Or maybe you're good at applying for grants. Or maybe you're good with leading book conversations or event planning. Or maybe you have an intense desire to roll up your sleeves and work for justice and organizing with other similar groups in the city. Or perhaps you have ideas about what we can do better to live out our vision. There's so many things that make you you, so we can't possibly name them all. But each of us are invited to ask ourselves, how can we give our time and our energy and our participation, our gifts, to the work of continuing to build this community? So part of what this month is about is us thinking about who we are and what precious gift of time we're able to give. As the poet wrote, if you're not continuing to do this good work in community and partnership and collaboration, then what have we been doing? What are we waiting for? So just to close, life is actually quite messy. We know this. We can't wait till the perfect time in life to live the life we want or be the person we dream or contribute to what's important. We can't wait. We can't wait until life is simpler. It doesn't get that way, does it? It will never be simpler, and it will never be the perfect time, and we'll wait till it's too late. We can't wait until we have more money. There will always be things to spend it on, and we'll wait until it's too late. The vows of the spiritual journey is to do the best we can with what we have. That means that it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be a start, and it has to be good enough. To invest what we have so that it creates a life worthy of our highest humanity. Sounds pretty lofty, but it is our vision. So why wouldn't the use of our time be part of that? Why wouldn't honoring who we've become and who we're becoming and the beauty of ourselves be part of that? Why wouldn't the time we spend as volunteers honing our leadership in community be part of that? So may we live into each day with that knowledge that what we have is precious and what we give is priceless. And we help each other do it in so many ways.
You didn't hear enough of us last week, did you? So we were all supposed to show up here wearing, I think, Dolly Parton wigs and balloons, but I can see we all chickened out. So this is a piece that was, the words and music were written by Dolly Parton. You kind of reimagined this piece, but if you want to think of Dolly, you're certainly welcome to. I'd like to thank the band for helping us too. And Kinder.
Tell
please join me in strengthening our intentions. We join together with hearts full of gratitude and eyes open to see the places of abundance in our lives. We engage our inner journeys toward hearts open to receiving and hands open to generosity. May our work and play, our time and energy, our resources and priorities be put to use toward a world of justice and belonging. Through every aspect of our lives, may we lay a foundation of responsiveness, responsibility, and rejoicing. May we work to make it so.
In our last few minutes of our gathering this morning, we're going to have an opportunity to just share just a little bit about what it means to participate, what it means to engage our time with this place. And as we each think about kind of how we do that, how we've done it in the past, or how we are changing it up in the future, we're going to highlight one little thing here in terms of an opportunity of how so many people engage in this place around the work and the joy and the ministry of music. And Deb is going to share a few words about that this morning. Thanks, Deb.
My name is Deb Mooney, and I'm one of the music leaders here. You've seen Pam at the piano and Katie at the back there, and so many people involved in the music program. I must admit, though, this is not my happy place being here. I'd rather be over there or singing. Jakob invited me to talk about music and the opportunities within SSUC. And this is the perfect day to talk about music because we have such a wonderful group of musicians here today singing and playing and us here listening and enjoying. As musicians, we're really visible in the congregation. You'll see us up front quite a bit, maybe unlike some groups who work diligently behind the scenes or on the week evenings. But we also don't fundraise and we don't go out into the community very much. We do the odd little thing. We don't look at social issues, although we do grapple with inclusive language at times and other issues about the kinds of music that we can sing. But you might ask, so why are we here? Why are we singing and playing in these groups? And so it seemed logical for me to talk to the choir on Thursday evening about their thoughts. Why do they sing in the choir? Unfortunately, I haven't canvassed the band members, but I hope they have similar thoughts. We brainstormed and came up with many reasons, and I have a really long list, which I don't want to spend time on today, but individually, we talked about the love of singing and the beauty of the harmonies that we create. We talked about the sense of community that we feel on Thursday nights and Sunday mornings when we're together. We have a purpose, and we're learning, and our brains are growing, and music is one of those things that helps our brains. We talked about how singing and playing, I hope, lifts our spirits and takes us away from the sadness and the woes in our world these days. There's a very old quote that says, "He who sings scares away his woes." And it's almost impossible not to just feel that little bit better as we sing and forget. And we feel it offers us solace and an escape and maybe some uplifting. The choir is quite inclusive. We talked a bit about how we're pretty broad ages. We have broad abilities. Is Bill here today? I'm going to pick on him a little. He always reminds me that he doesn't read music, and yet he sings, and he's sung with the choir for years and managed really well. From the broader perspective, what happens in the community, in the broader community on a Sunday morning, is we feel part of this community. We feel part of the gathering, and we feel supportive of Chris and the messages that are being presented that day. And hoping that that music connects all of us, conveying that music or using that music to convey our messages in another way that speaks not just to our minds, but our hearts as well, and maybe creates a feeling of emotion within all of us. This congregation has an extraordinary community of musicians. You know of the choir that sang this morning. You know of the band that's here today, and Katie, which I might call more of the jazz band at times, a little bit more contemporary sometimes. And then we also have a ukulele circle that a number of us meet every couple of weeks on a Saturday morning. And so if you have a ukulele hiding somewhere, you could consider that too. So there's lots of opportunities to participate in music. And if you want to talk a bit about that more after, I'll be at the back table. But you know, if you want to just be happy and be a listener, that's okay too. And maybe you're just quite happy singing in the shower at home. So thank you for the chance to talk to you today. And if you want to talk more about music, please come and see me at the back. Thank you.
So we're nothing if not equal opportunity around here. So we heard from the piece about music. Broadening that now, I want to open this microphone up a little bit to just spend 2 or 3 minutes with maybe a handful of people that might be willing to share an answer that you have to one of these questions. Why do I give my time and energy to the work of SSUC? And what benefit do I receive from contributing my time? We know the benefit SSUC receives. What benefit do you receive? Does anyone have a thought?
I'm sorry to all of you that heard this story before, because I've been here a while. My name is Tracy, and I ended up at Ermineskin Play School in 1998 with my 2 sons and my husband at the time. And we loved it. It was so much fun. And then this building was built. And there's actually a picture of me, Sean, and my ex-husband out in the lobby where we were doing the groundbreaking. And my kids were born in 90 and 92, so they're very young. Today, I have 2 sons, one 34 and one 32. And my 32-year-old son is an openly gay man. And I love him, and he's amazing. And I can't imagine if we had ended up in a different church where my gay son grew up listening to hate and I didn't know. And so that is what I love about this community, is that it reaches out and accepts the queer community and everyone, because that matters. Because what our kids hear when they are young youth queer kids matter. And I am sorry for getting emotional, but it matters to me. And I want these kids to be safe. And my son was partly safe because we landed here at SSUC. So that's why I'm here.